Live.
We did it.
Yay.
The live show has begun. Well, not really. We always have to give it a few minutes. We'll
Right.
officially start the show.
Get people
Warm
right.
up time.
Did you do a retweet? I didn't do a retweet.
I put it out.
Recently? Okay.
I did put it out there about 10 minutes ago, so people
Put it out into the universe.
A lot of people saw it on the Facebook group, so hopefully that.
The new Facebook group.
I know. I'm so excited. Lewis is here already, of course.
Of course. Hello.
Thanks, Lewis.
So good to see you.
I love Lewis.
Where's Val? Val too.
I think they're amazing.
Take me through your thought process of deciding to go the Facebook group route.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can talk. I want to talk about it a little bit more.
Okay.
But to kind of just let you get a glimpse behind the curtain here. It really came from. So, for those of you who are watching later on YouTube or listening somehow later in the future, Sam and I make an appearance on Main Street Magic today. With Rhonda and Jeremy, and we always we've recorded with them a couple of times, and we always chat like pre and post show. And Jeremy likes to talk a little shop, and so he was just talking about how they have the Capture the Magic community on Facebook, and he said that that's something that he someone had suggested to start a community, and he's like, I don't know, I'm not sure about using Facebook, but he said that it's really helped to grow and really build that sense of bonding and community with the people who listen to the shows and are part of the network. And he said that he finds it to be even more rewarding than his other social media outlets, and he's really built good relationships through that. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, I'll give it a shot, because I tend to we have that Facebook fan page. I get no real interaction.
I mean, it's rough.
Yeah.
So I decided that maybe we'd give the group a try, and with people that are actually in there, maybe there'd be conversations and we could kind of talk about things through the week, which is something that I've always wanted to be part of this show. And I mean, I know it's only a day old. I get it. It's brand new, but I mean, so far I feel pretty encouraged about what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty well engaged all day today. I felt like I kept getting notifications about what was going on in your Facebook group, and definitely, compared to the page, I can't even process Facebook pages, and it's been 2 years of me trying to process. It's not an old man thing. It's been on for 10 years since my theater group and everything else, and what determines who gets engaged without spending any money versus who gets engaged while spending money, and who doesn't get engagements even if they spent money. None of it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
that's years worth.
Yeah, well, no.
Understand it.
By the way, Val is here now. Hello,
Hi,
Val.
Val.
And Lewis says that he resisted Facebook for 12 years. And here's the thing, Lewis, I am not a Facebook fan. So let me put this out there early and often. I do not like Facebook for the most part. But what I feel like we can do, because it's a private group, so it's not just anybody that can get in there and just start messing stuff up. Just like Walt Disney World is our little bubble from reality. I feel that this Facebook group can be the same thing, because it's going to be all of our people that we care about. By the way, Jocelyn is now in the chat.
Jocelyn.
Hello, Jocelyn.
Compare it to the bubble that Jocelyn builds. It's a good community. It's a supportive community, and it's people that we want to talk to.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're going to promote. And if somebody starts causing a ruckus in there, they're out of here.
Out. Get out.
Yeah.
It is kind of nice being able to kick people
out.
I
love
Dave and Brandy maybe, but Dave probably. Hello.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey.
Oh, hi guys.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good crowd here already starting out in the Podbean chat room. So we are.
I just want to address something from last week, if I could, briefly, and also try something new here.
Woo-hoo.
But I gave y'all some homework.
Yes, you did.
I told you to watch Bride Wars.
Yeah.
And you didn't. And I don't understand why.
We did. Who does homework?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Let me
required homework.
I only do homework when Jocelyn assigns it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's our favorite teacher.
So if we
what
could
are we doing? What are we looking at here?
We're just gonna start the night here.
Oh.
I mean,
wow, we're sharing.
We didn't do it.
You do.
We should probably just start watching Bride Wars now, guys.
We're just gonna watch the whole thing. It's the full movie. We're gonna watch.
What is happening?
I mean, so no. All right. I'm stopping it.
That was interesting.
Zip and Dave.
I apologize to everyone
like-
listening.
Oh,
Hold on, let me
The
stop
dimension
sharing.
thing happened.
I know. There we go.
I'm
Okay.
dying. Best joke. 10 out of 10 right there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Zip and Dave in the chat room.
Hello, Zip.
Yeah.
Zip, listen, I heard you today on your live say, thanks so much. Love you guys. Bye. I was like, no. Oh, I just missed it. I was so
Yeah, that was.
good.
I do wonder when they see comments come up, they're like, "Is it Frank? Is it Jen? We don't know." It was actually me for a change. Me, like on Twitter, rarely me, but it was
No,
totally
lately
me.
it's you a lot. It was you on Instagram today. You were giving me
Oh.
heads up about things. I was very behind.
What is
So
up with that, Frank? Why are you all?
Yeah, I need those 5-minute breaks from working.
You were saying you were so busy, you might not make it
Yeah,
doing this stuff.
no,
Yeah.
I am. It's it's been a week. But I mean, it's been a week because I mean, and you see it even today, and I'm sure we'll get into it with the whole Orange County guidelines with Disney and Universal. But you know, that's a lot of what I'm doing in my own little bubble at work, and so I'm like, wow, it's on pace with everything else happening right now, and we're New York, so even if Florida is well ahead of us, it's like, oh, you know, it's an interesting thing. That's right. It wasn't the chat. It was me.
for a change, I normally say that it's me. You know, I don't want people to assume it's you.
No one assumes that.
Yeah.
all-
Oh, right. Everyone assumes me first. It is funny when we get DMs to Dillos and they're like, "Let Frank know." I'm like, "Y'all have been talking the entire time. It wasn't even me. I wasn't in there at all."
Everyone has to tell Justin to let me know because I don't do anything.
But you have said that you're going to be engaged with the Facebook group.
Yeah, I think
So
I
we'll
got
see.
that a little bit better than
We'll see
Twitter.
how it goes. At least day one, she was.
Nice.
I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
Throwing out the Maleficent iced tea, right?
And I didn't even make it.
Well, we don't have all that stuff.
Well, go find it.
But you did that. And we'll see if it holds up because I'm juggling several other social media, doing terrible at several other media outlets. So it would help. But now that we're all here, we're 7.5 minutes in. I say we officially start the show.
Yeah.
Yes, we did it. Pre-show.
Yay.
Welcome back to the Parks and Monorails most magical hour live. And this is where we have
Fanfare.
Yeah. So for those of you who randomly join this or see it on YouTube later, let me introduce the crowd because I'm just going to take control right here.
Do it.
He does this.
Someone has to.
You know, we've got Jen and Frank from Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz.
Hello.
Hello.
And Sam and Justin from the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. We are Disney podcasters. We're friends. We're family. And we're here to talk Disney and anything else that you guys are into. So, by the way, the lines are open. If you want to call us, I don't see Adam in the chat yet, and he said he was going to keep the streak alive and call it. Yeah.
Hey, Matt's here. Hey, Matt.
Matt's here.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had the green screen to the side last night. I should have kept it up for tonight and then just been somewhere. I should have been in another park, maybe. Oh, Jocelyn representing in both places.
That's awesome.
Of course, because she just goes above and beyond no matter what. Even when she's just watching a show, she's going to go above and beyond.
Frank is frozen.
No, I think he's just. Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
I was going to say, Jocelyn's daughter, Kinsey, is the future CEO of Apple. That girl knows how to take control and make things happen too.
Yes.
Just like her mama.
Yes, for sure.
And I want to give a shout out because I haven't done it yet. Nate is in the chat as well.
Hello, Nate.
And my dad. So my dad may accidentally call us tonight. So
I do love those accidental dials from Papa. So
I wanted to start out by referencing. Oh, he's calling right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dad. You're on. What's going on, Papaw?
Well, we're listening, and I'm being accused of accidentally getting on there.
Well, did you mean to call this time? Hey, do you guys have Disney
Yes.
Plus? Do you watch
We're
Disney Plus?
listening.
I know you are listening. I'm asking you, are you using the streaming service Disney Plus? Are you doing that?
I
No,
don't know.
probably not
We're
because
not.
because
Tell us how.
the only
It
thing
was my watch told me it was on, and it said turn on your phone, and I did, and there it was.
what
Can't get it.
what was on? Tell me what was on.
Tell them what was on.
You were talking.
Oh, okay. We were on. Well, I'm glad your phone reminded you. But listen, I was gonna tell you that you need to get Disney Plus because we need your opinions on like all the Disney Plus content. You can come in and give us tell us what we should be watching.
Hold on, Dad. Disney Plus is like Netflix, but it's Disney shows.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't have.
I know,
What-
but you should get it. Maybe we can share it.
You
Maybe,
could just use their login. It's cool.
maybe we'll share.
No,
Do they have a sharing apparatus?
we're being recorded, people. We're not sharing anything.
Oh, right.
Dad.
Do they have a smart TV? A smart device that would assist with that? I think.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
The question is, can they use the smart?
Yeah. I mean, if they're like Mama Papadillo.
I love you, Mom. I'm just kidding.
Well, do you have any words of wisdom for us tonight, Mom and Dad?
We want you to know we really do have a favorite ride at Disney, and it's I forgot what it is. Tower of Terror.
Okay.
It's our favorite ride.
That's awesome,
And
but
I don't want to hear any comments.
here's the comment. The question was, what's your favorite ride at Epcot?
I didn't know Epcot had rides besides that little boat in the lake.
The boat in the lake. They do have the boat in the lake.
Yeah,
All right.
the boat in the how you can get from one side of Epcot to the other side of Epcot.
It's true.
Oh, I thought you meant living with the land, Mom.
That's kind of a boat in the
You
lake.
The friendship is the.
She's talking about the friendship.
That's amazing.
Okay, we're cutting you off. It's good to hear from you, Mom and Dad.
All right.
We love you. Bye.
We'll
Love
you.
you. Bye.
Love you.
I really thought that she was gonna say we're calling to say we do have a favorite child, and
Yeah.
And it's, I thought that might be where we were going, but
We already know that. That doesn't have to be an announcement. Come on.
before we did that, I wanted to talk a little bit about last week's Theme Park Thursday. Because as I mentioned when we created this show, part of this is for me to be able to fuss at you guys about what you said on the show.
Right. Yell at us in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, here's my summary of your birthday wishes for Animal Kingdom as it turns out. You know how like when you want to set somebody up on a blind date, but you can't really say that person's attractive. So you're like, well, they have a great personality.
Right.
That's kind of what that whole podcast was.
But it's normally true.
Oh.
it's not a false statement. We're just masking it.
Right.
You know, I recently had to do introductions in my MBA courses that I'm taking, and there was one guy, and he's like, "I'm from Orlando, and I'm a Disney fan, and my favorite park is Epcot." He was like, "Change my mind," and so I wrote this whole narrative. I thought this through a lot, and I wrote a whole narrative about why Animal Kingdom is better, and he was like, "You know, you make some really good points. So you guys are wrong."
In summary,
But you make good points. But did you change his mind?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
But I
No,
did.
you guys talk.
It's
Yeah, you-
Walmart right now, so
True.
No, you guys touched on it a little bit last week too. I don't know if it was on here or on your podcast where Epcot. We're gonna put all the IPs in Epcot to make it feel more like Disney. We were talking about Shape.
Yeah.
And it's like no, Epcot it feels like Disney. And like to Jen and I's point, Animal Kingdom has just never felt like Disney to us, and that's where our disconnect lies. So for other people experiencing it differently, I get it.
It has a good
Our
personality.
experience.
We click, we get along really well. There's just no spark, you know? So I think it's best we're just friends
It's fine.
and we don't take this any further.
By the way, I know that we're never going to change your mind, and that's fine. I just think it's a fun, ongoing discussion, and I have a hard time
I
about it.
truly disagree with all of what you just said.
Oh, you
Because
think you changed their mind?
I do. I think that if you guys spend the day with me at Animal Kingdom, you're going to have so much fun. You'll be like, all right, I got to go back.
Wait. Okay, Lewis is raising a question in the chat.
Yeah. Okay, great.
He wants to know how Epcot feels like Disney.
I mean, I think
putting that up
because,
for-
yeah, because I think one, if it was at least, and maybe we didn't know it at the time of our parents' connection to the 64 World's Fair, it always kind of gave us the World's Fair vibe. So, in as we were growing up, when we were kids experiencing Epcot, so it was the second park in Disney, so it was like the first major expansion. So it was still all part of it. But I think because of how the park tackled the World's Fair element and that historical part of it, that made it connect to Disney more than us when you were, at least for me, because you were still talking, it was still educational, yes, but even Journey into Imagination, that, you know, that idea was Disney-esque, and what they were promoting in communication was Disney-esque.
Right.
So those, you know, the concepts felt Disney to us, if that makes sense.
And the fountains at night, the end.
the fiber optics and the concrete. That
Yes.
feels like Disney to me. Adam is in the chat right now, and he has connected. Adam, what is up? The streak is alive.
Hello.
First time, long time. How you guys doing?
You're no longer first time.
That's true.
How's it going, Adam?
In a week.
You doing good, man? You holding up?
Yeah. I'm watching an old Yankee game that's on ESPN,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing some work because the network gets slow during the day.
Everything you said sounds boring.
Oh wait. I'm listening to you guys now.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
exciting.
I have bad news.
Oh no.
Oh.
The Twitter DMs are not working, so I can't DM my friends and tell them.
Oh.
He's sorry,
Yeah.
ladies.
So if you don't hear from Adam tonight, guys, don't take it personally.
I want to ask,
Twitter.
because Adam's got a little bit of a, compared to this group here, more of a youthful perspective on the park. So
He's younger than us. It's fine. You could say it.
Adam, does first of all, does Epcot feel Disney to you?
Yes, I do. Disney does the extra mile in terms of themed entertainment. So it's not just a building with a ride inside. It's the queue, it's the background music, it's the cast members with the costumes, it's all of that stuff together makes it an experience. So Epcot, you know, especially old Epcot, kind of took that to the next level. It was, you know, pavilions with separate themes and its own music, and everything kind of had its own story, and Future World all kind of worked together. And when you start throwing in, you know, walking trees and talking raccoons, I don't even know what the story is anymore.
Wait a minute now. This took a turn. This conversation, that caught me off guard. I thought we were talking Epcot, and now we're taking shots at AK. Come on.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Hey,
No, I'm talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Walking trees and raccoons. The other
okay.
raccoons.
When you said walking tree, I was thinking of Divine.
Yeah.
That's the other tree. But I don't think a vine is a tree. But maybe,
I don't know.
Arborist? Do you guys have an arborist that's listening? That could
we do. We need the opinion of an arborist.
You never
Yeah.
know.
My pal Jeff, my best friend over in the YouTube chat, he was like, Disney, because it feels like Disney means different things to different people. And so Disney primarily is spending time together with family, experiencing new and exciting things, which is why AK can easily be Disney ... for some.
For some. Obviously not all on the video tonight.
Wait, so I think everyone should go around and say what Disney, their meaning of Disney is. Like, what's the one thing that feels Disney to you in the parks?
Adam, you start.
I'll start. What feels Disney to me is all the food. And I never thought I would say that until I started going to Disney. And then I saw all the food, and it's like from different areas and different cultures and stuff. And that's Disney to me. Getting like really neat food.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge.
Who's
Adam?
I'm going to say definitely it's the attention to detail that the cast members and anybody working there has. To the point where you can like ask a janitor, a cleaning person, whatever you call it, directions, and they'll have a map on them. They'll give it to you. They'll point you in the right direction. Everybody knows what's going on. And if you like, now I don't do this, but I've seen people ask where Harry Potter Land is or something, and they kind of have like a funny story to like work around it, and it's just that extra. They go the extra mile instead of like being rude. They make you feel at home.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
it's good.
Well, the monorail is not a ride. It's actually transportation. So what you're going to want to do is exit the park. No, I just want to take a ride. Well, it's not a ride.
It's actually, yeah, you don't have to pay admission to ride that ride. It's a good ride.
Exactly. Exactly.
I haven't.
Oh, Justin, you going?
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Ladies first, Jen.
No, you're fine. Go. I don't make decisions easily. I need time.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Matt just said that's part of what we're taught as cast members, to go the extra mile for guests. And so I was going to say that what Disney is to me is the magic that's created by the cast members, from whether it be Mickey all the way to your security guards, all the way to like whoever, who like you're emptying garbage cans, you're making magic. Like everybody in the park that is, wearing ears, wearing a name badge, they are all making magic. And so that's part of it to me. But the other part is exactly what Adam was saying, is the transportation. No, the immersive theming. Frank, you're so confused.
The transcendental.
Yes, the transcendental meditation that you do. The immersion that you get, where you go into the park and you know that every single little detail has been thought of. Everything you see, smell, taste, touch, everything has been thought through to take you to another place in time, and not only give you that enjoyment and fun and magic, but also Walt was real big on education and technology. And by the way, I'm transitioning into this, why Epcot is Disney, because Epcot, I know that what we got was not Walt's vision, but Epcot was Walt's passion project. That's what like the prototypical city of tomorrow was supposed to be the thing. Like, yes, he wanted his, playgrounds, Walt Disney World. He didn't, as we saw in the Imagineering story, he didn't really want to remake the Magic Kingdom over here in Florida. Like, he did it just because that was the demand. But Epcot was what he really wanted to do. And now what we got, okay, we don't live there. We don't work there. It's not really the community of tomorrow that it was supposed to be. But they set it up, like Frank said, like a World's Fair, like a showcase of technologies, of learning. And it's supposed to be learning through like having fun and entertaining. And so to me, that was Disney, is Disney. So when I hear Chapek say things are going to make it more Disney, I'm like, you can't do that because this is Disney.
Man, I'm a total turd. All I care about is food.
Yeah, you could argue in Chapek's mind, Disney now is all of those extra things that they bought that they're making a lot of money on. That's why he says.
You're right, and he's wrong.
So Jeff says, what Disney is to me is a feeling of returning to childhood, freedom to leave the real world behind.
Yep.
We all agree. There's
Jen,
no argument here. Oh,
You
my
get
turn?
you get
Your
the
answer.
curtain call.
Me? What did Frank? Did you go?
No.
Bingo.
What
Oh.
you go?
I thought he.
No,
don't
I
know
mean-
Frank's opinion.
That's fine. I mean, it's the. I posted a picture of the boardwalk, walking up to the boardwalk this morning on Instagram, and to me, that is like 50% of the Disney experience is the walking up to the boardwalk, walking up to the Polynesian lobby, walking up Main Street, walking up Hollywood Boulevard. So much of that first impression just makes Disney for me. That's, we can walk around any place and be fine, and not have to go on the rides. It's really that first burst that you get that seems very Disney to me. And then I would say that the second tier is the cast members, supporting that first impression and maintaining it throughout. So those two things kind of go hand in hand to me, because without the cast members, that first impression will just fade away and not give you a final impression. But so that's where it is for me, and the details and the interactions. That's all part of that, I guess, in the end. But it's really the impact of the visual stimulation, I guess, and that really makes it Disney to me.
Yeah. I like robots and their opinions on Disney.
Yeah, you sounded a little robotic there.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Like my Barry White robotic that happens every
No,
week?
not that one. That hasn't happened yet. Still early.
Less sexy robot.
Disney to me is sleeping in a deluxe resort bed. The smells of hotel lobbies.
Mhm.
The eating Dole Whip in acceptable areas only. I recently wrote a blog, guys, for the first time in a long time, where I discussed balconies in Disney. That's a little bit Disney to me. The feeling at night, the feeling of the early mornings. It's just all the feels. It's Disney. The nostalgia of it all.
See, I don't have the nostalgia of Disney,
It's
so it's a
One
little.
too many
That's
bumps. in her
okay.
head. She doesn't remember.
Look,
She's like Dory.
I didn't go. I don't remember. No,
Yeah.
but I did see it on TV sometimes whenever we would get the Disney Channel for free. Remember
Mhm.
on the channels, you'd
Oh, yeah.
scroll up and you'd be like, oh my gosh, like you're like channeling up and then you're in the 100s all of a sudden, which were usually scrambled. Well,
Yeah.
they would come in clear every once in a while and I could watch like the Disney Channel. And that was really exciting. And I would see like little things about Disney and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But I didn't know anything about it.
Jeff just said, man, I just said all that, but then the Animal Kingdom doesn't do it for me. Correct. The Animal Kingdom does not do it for me. It never has done it for me. I like once I get to the tree, but we've talked about it, I think, on both of our podcasts at this point, is that walk from the parking lot all the way through, get out my machete to go through the jungles there. After I swipe my magic band, that does not do it for me. It does not set me into the world.
But it's not a bad park.
Oh, it's
No, we like it.
It's so
We
nice.
love this park.
You want to set your friends up with it.
Right. I know someone that would be great. I'm not that close to them, but I know some people that would be great fits. But yeah,
It's fairly good, like an online dating situation for Animal Kingdom might be good. You can get your fast passes and go in real quick and leave. It's totally fine.
Come on. So I have a theory. About Animal Kingdom, and it was because actually just this weekend when we had our virtual meetup with Jocelyn, everybody was talking about the difference between Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And they were saying Disneyland is so much more relaxed and you can't do all this pre-planning. You just show up and go with it. You get your fast passes day of, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, it's so relaxing and so calming and you just get to go and do whatever. And the thing is, Disneyland is a locals park. So most of the people that go there are locals. And so it's fine to just totally go with the flow and you get out of it what you put into it, which is just like, I'm going to go, I'll, if I get to ride, the Matterhorn, whatever, but I'm just going to go have some food, hang out, take in the environment. I think Animal Kingdom is that. That's the way that you get the most out of it. You can't go with the mentality of, all right, I'm going to get in there, fast pass it, ride, and like knock every. That's not how you do it, because they've set that park up to be a park you wander and get lost in. And it almost does it injustice to have fast pass in that park, to be honest. Like, it shouldn't have it at all, because you should just kind of like discover things and make the day like as you go, because if you try to rush through, you're going to miss like every single little thing that they've put in there to make it a magical place. Like, it's not something that you can just zoom through. And if you do, then I totally get why. If you go in there, you've got your fast pass for Kilimanjaro, Everest, you knock those out, and then hopefully you get Flight of Passage, and then you're out. I get it. You're like, okay, well, I'm done. Half day or less. But that to me is just, yep.
Can I interrupt for a moment? Is there someone else that would like to join our chat this evening?
Yeah. Who?
So hold on. Let me just try to get them in here, please.
Hi, guys!
Oh my gosh! It's Stormtrooper!
Hi, Frank!
Oh dear! Oh no!
I was gonna say Frank froze, like his whole screen froze. This is happening. I was like, no, it's gonna screw it all up.
I'm so happy to see you, Frank and Jen.
Hi,
Justin.
how are you?
I was gonna say he doesn't care about Justin and Sam. He's happy to see
Samantha. Mwah. I'm doing very good. Just hanging with my buddy.
It was so funny watching this, like as you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt you, and you just like start seeing his head. Like, are they there? Am I
I didn't know what was going on. I'm new to this.
Hey, it's perfect timing for Drunk Stormtrooper to show up on our show, because May the 4th is coming up.
Yes,
That's right.
perfect.
What are you and Vader doing for May the 4th?
It's kind of a secret. We watch all the movies together. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
Something dark side.
Yep, that's awesome.
We lost
Drunk
the boy
Stormtrooper.
trains.
Drunk Stormtrooper, how have you been during this time? How have you been passing the time without all of your Flight of Passage fast passes, without your 9 days in a row, and Disney not knowing how you can continue to be employed? How have you been coping?
I dream about you every night, Frank. It helps a lot.
It helps them get by.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of thought, Frank. So, like, you love Frank, don't you? No, oh, no, you don't? Oh, he says, Frank, you don't look a day over dead.
Oh. Hey, we've got
He's so mean.
a caller right now that I think wanted to get in on this. Jocelyn is on the line.
Jocelyn's here.
Oh, that's good.
We can hear you both.
Yay!
Yay.
How's it going?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, go ahead.
You're on the line with Drunk Stormtrooper. Isn't that
Oh, God, help us all.
Hi, Mackenzie.
Going down the wrong path there for a second.
Yep, Mackenzie's listening, Drunk Stormtrooper, so.
Hi, Jocelyn.
Hi.
I miss you. That wasn't a joke. Serious.
Oh, it's just so sweet.
And it's very
You
sweet.
giggle when something's so sweet. It's like, hee hee hee. Drunk Stormtrooper.
We've made it awkward.
No. Hey, Drunk Stormtrooper. So let's talk about, like, what's the best way to spend May the 4th in the Disney parks? Like, how would you do that if you could?
Oh, if I could. Obviously, Galaxy's Edge.
Yep.
And drink a lot.
Yes,
Of course.
Yes, Sam, yes.
I'll be there with
We
you.
go to Oga's Canteen, and me and Sam just have a blast.
It'd be
And
awesome.
we just say things that we regret.
Yeah,
We're both
luckily we're not being recorded during that time.
It happens. Jocelyn and Mackenzie, will you be celebrating May the 4th?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Mhm.
I like it. Chewbacca mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mackenzie, are you a big Star Wars fan? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I like all of them, honestly. They all have like a different story to them.
Okay.
Like it's all like fun and stuff.
Mackenzie, the right answer was Rogue One.
Oh dear.
And I miss you terribly.
P.S. Miss you. Yeah, I think that's a great perspective that Mackenzie has that more people need to have. They all have their own story. They're all entertaining. They're all good times in their own ways.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Don't get too many Star Wars fans up in arms.
Yeah, Justin's gonna give the Rise of Skywalker a second go here. Finally,
It's time. It's time for me to see it again. Yeah, if we're getting it on Disney Plus, I have no reason not to watch it.
Yeah, Drunk Stormtrooper. Are you gonna watch all of them? They're coming on Disney Plus.
I sure will be.
What was your
pretending Frank's right next to me? And Frank, let's watch them together, buddy.
Oh, you should do a whole live stream of you guys watching it together. That would be cute.
Oh God.
9 hours with Frank.
Yeah.
That's like, 9 movies. That's
9 movies. 21 hours with Stormtrooper. Why not?
Ooh, now we're talking.
Drunk Stormtrooper, what did you think of Rise?
I like it a lot.
Okay.
But I still like Flight of Passage better.
Oh, he's talking about
Flight of Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What about Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
My head was in Disney because I missed it so much.
We get
Yeah,
it.
we understand.
Yeah. We feel it.
I liked it a lot. I like them all.
Yeah.
I like everything Star Wars, obviously.
I wouldn't get that from you.
You and Mackenzie both.
Yeah.
You love them all. Celebrate the whole catalog.
Jocelyn, Mackenzie, when Mackenzie did Smuggler's Run? She got co-pilot, right?
She did, yeah.
Nice.
Of course.
Brian, yeah, I was gonna say Brian got the right side of this one. He got the punch.
Oh, that's the
Mackenzie's determined next time she will be the one that punches it.
That's
so.
the sweet.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah.
I've never been a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
there's a
good.
reason.
You don't
for
want to
that.
be the pilot.
I just sit in the back and touch a button.
I know.
Perfect.
Like when you're pilot, you can see everything clear. And then when you're in the back, you're like, well, I can't see anything.
Yeah, but if I was the pilot, we wouldn't see anything clear because we keep crashing.
Well, it's like being in the third row of Soarin'. You know, you get everyone's feet in your view. It's the same thing. It's still good. Yeah. Mackenzie, were you nervous being in that seat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like crazy out of my mind.
She's like, I'm still shaking.
That's how I would be. That's how I would be.
Where
There's a lot of
shit
pressure.
with the-
It's like awesome because like you've seen all these movies and it's like it's like that.
Yeah.
And then you go on and you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Very true. Drunk Stormtrooper, you look like you're listening to music. You seem to be dancing a bit. Or just music in your minds? What's happening?
I was just thinking about dancing with Frank. I'm sorry, I didn't know anybody was watching.
Down the boardwalk?
Oh, for sure. Holding hands with gloves.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We're gonna have to talk about social distancing lines between you and I, Drunk Stormtrooper.
It's very true.
Drunk Stormtrooper.
it's frozen.
I'm Drunk Stormtrooper now. Drunk Stormtrooper. You realize that Jen and Frank are in like the epicenter here, so you can't get anywhere near them. They're certainly carriers at this point.
Did not know that.
We are.
Oh yeah. I think we need to do a dance off at the next meetup.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I can't really dance. I just move around awkwardly.
Perfect. You're in the new TikTok. Is Brian the choreographer of the next one?
Yeah.
Or is he the videographer?
Are you talking to me?
No.
It's hard to
Jocelyn, sorry.
We had too many drinks that day when he agreed to that. But I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? We'll try to do that.
Hey, Matt said he's in for a sing-off or a dance-off. So, hey.
Oh, no singing. Oh, no. No, that's got to be a different meetup.
Now's the portion of the show where McKenna Monorail comes in and says good night.
Yay. It's my favorite portion of the show.
Yeah, there she is. She's giving virtual hugs to everybody.
Yeah.
Hi,
McKenna. Jocelyn said hi, McKenna. Yeah.
Wow.
Coming around this side. Good night, McKenna. Love you.
Good night, McKenna. Love you.
Everyone loves you. Oh,
Good
no.
night.
The green screen's coming down.
Knock it down.
Okay. At some point, we got to talk about the guidelines, by the way.
Yeah, we got to. Yeah, I was trying to ease in with I think social distancing with drunk stormtrooper is a great start to the conversation, and I think there's a lot to discuss there. Drunk stormtrooper, did you see the guidelines that got released today regarding the parks reopening?
I have seen them.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I like them.
Oh.
I think that we need to wait. I don't think that going to the parks is very smart right now.
Listen to the leadership from Drunk
like it.
Stormtrooper. This is the kind of thinking we need right now.
We all should drink more and think like him.
Sam, I thought you were saying we should all drink more. It might help cure us. We can sanitize ourselves on the inside.
It does kill the virus. It does. Trust me.
Well, I mean, so here's a rundown really quick of the Disney and
Can we
Universal
see it? Hold on.
mandates. Oh, were you going to bring it up?
I was just, in case I wanted to read along with us.
Oh, look at this.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Good?
Is this from the Touring Plans? Is this from Touring Plans?
Yes, this is from Touring Plans.
For those in the Podbean chat, I will recite for you. All employees must wear face masks. Touchless hand sanitizers must be stationed at ticketing entry/turnstile. Touchless hand sanitizer at each attraction entrance and exit. Temperature checks for staff prior to shift. Those with temperatures over 100.4 will not be allowed to enter premises. All employees with flu-like will be advised to stay home. Wipe down all railings and surfaces after every use. Hold on. After every use?
Explain that.
What does that mean? Because does that mean anytime anybody touches it? Because that's a use.
Right, and it's a surface, right?
Right.
So they didn't specify that what the surface.
Yeah, you're just gonna have people following you, rubbing everything down if you touch it.
Yeah, so I don't know. That was the one thing I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, phase 1, 50% capacity, and then phase 2, 75% capacity, which is something that we kind of talked about. And then the guidelines also include tape marking 6 feet apart in attraction queues, staff to regularly wipe down surfaces at random, and then staff 65 years and older encouraged to stay home for phase 1 and 2. Who's printing?
Who's printing?
No, Mrs. Dillo here has been printing some work documents.
Oh, okay.
She's
like someone is printing up these guidelines.
She's apologizing. How many copies you got there? It's several. Let's see if I can mute myself out of here.
So Matt says, as a cast member, if I have to wear a mask all the time, how do I stay hydrated? I won't be able to drink water when I need it, which
That's a good point.
absolutely.
One of those backpack water
The
bottles.
little camels.
A Camelback, you stick it in your mask and just have it the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but I'll be honest, like just reading the guidelines, first of all, I think all of these things need, but I also think this was surprisingly less restrictive than I thought it was going to be.
Well, sorry. Go ahead, Sam.
I was just thinking they're making these measures to like open up the economy, and I get it because it's really affecting people right now, and people aren't able to work. But like, we're not ready for this yet, and it's just gonna cause a resurgence of sickness. So
Well, right, but even when we get to the point where we're ready, like I still don't feel like this goes far enough, and I really hope Disney does a little bit more. To be honest,
Mhm.
like and I know I guess they're going to have to figure some things out internally, but it just doesn't address everything. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I was thinking that too. Like, so are these the guidelines set forth by the county, state, whatever? But Disney's like, yeah, we got it, guys. Like, you don't need to give us guidelines. We got a whole thing that we're gonna do. Because I do truly feel like, pun intended, Disney will be its own little world and will kind of how they were one of the first ones to close. Maybe do this the right way. And do it. It's got to be stricter than this. Everything can't be included in this list here. I mean, there's so much more to think about. Than this is like too easy.
It
to
is
just-
too easy.
and
Yeah, so-
and all the cast members are still furloughed and just got furloughed. So it's like you're gonna need time to then ramp them up. You know, there's still all of those things that seem soon.
And then the I think the touring plan article mentioned like May 11th too. I mean, yeah, you got to think like so far beyond that. And in my place of employment currently, like I had to write out like all the questions about all the places you would come in contact and all the distancing involved and all the, what does that mean for everything? Restroom lines, bar lines, entrances and exits, emergency exits, fire evacuation stuff. So it's you can map all this out, and I think it's a comfort too for people to see it but I don't know about jumping the gun of like, all right, we're doing it. I think we're way off.
The dates, I think the dates that they put out there are just bullcrap. Like there's no reason to pay any attention to the dates that are in the guidelines because that's not going to be it. And I mean, even if you I looked at the Disney calendar today, and they don't even have park hours until May 16th. I think was the first time. I think it's going to be way past that. But Matt's saying honestly, he's ready to get back to work, and he just wants to work and be able to pay bills, and totally understand that.
Yeah.
Like that makes total sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, like people, I think Disney, like they're going to have to think through, like, how do you handle ride vehicles? Like, do all of them have to be wiped down every single time? I think probably. Or I mean, because what good does wiping down everything else do if you're just putting people in the ride vehicles back to back?
Right, and it's like, does everything become like a cruise ship where you walk in and out of every room and you do the hand sanitizer? What constitutes that? And I totally get Matt's point too, because I mean, I would have been more comfortable with seeing this release today with the idea of bringing employees back first. Like to immediately jump to park opening is short-sighted. I feel like it should have at least map out the employee portion of it too, because at least I would it comforting the employees who are unemployed and not the people who may or may not vacation. Some stormtroopers are even reluctant, and that's saying a lot. He wears a mask.
Right.
That's his life every day.
I'm good. I don't like a few things. I don't like they told well, first of all, those are all just guidelines that they started with. Disney can go above and beyond any of those guidelines. We should say that. And then not only that, they said 65 should stay home. No. They gotta stay home. I didn't agree with that. They should just not let them work, period. Because anybody over 65 is in great danger, I believe. So I think they should be forced to stay home. Disney should not employ any of those, maybe pay them, but don't make them go to work. Because I just don't think that's safe. The temperature check, to me, it doesn't do anything, because you have no symptoms and be carrying it. So I mean, what good does that do? It does nothing.
Right.
You could be getting people sick without even knowing it. So that's one reason why, as much as I love Disney World, I won't be going. Because I don't want to get anybody sick. So that's my thought on it. I know a lot of people disagree with it. They want to open up America. I say we keep it closed. And I agree that people need to get back to work, but at the same time, I don't want to make anybody sick, or even the worst outcome, I don't even want to say,
Right, exactly.
I mean, even advising people with flu-like symptoms to stay home, if you finally are working again and you haven't been able to maybe pay all your bills and you're finally getting back to work, you're going to have people that are like, oh, I'm fine. I'll just go. I mean, people have been doing that for years anyway. So
people aren't honest about that.
Yeah.
And people too, like, they're going to go to the parks regardless of whether they feel bad or not.
Yep.
So.
And I mean, people like drunk stormtroopers are saying they don't have to feel sick to be carrying the virus around to spread to everyone. There's like the people who are like super spreaders, they don't have any symptoms, but they are highly contagious.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
And the sad thing about that is most of them are young. And those are going to be the people at Disney parks that don't display the symptoms.
Yep.
You know, so that's the scariest part about it, is because the people that are going to be the healthy ones that are carrying it are people that are going to go to Disney World. So that makes it even scarier to me.
Yeah.
We last night we interviewed for Thursday night for Thursday theme park Thursday this week. Do I know the name of the podcast? I do. The Diz and That crew, and I posed the question, as I've been doing. The parks were reopened, and the fact all four of them had different responses and different reasoning behind it, and it's a monster, and I'm sure he's on top of it, but to see this, I just felt was short-sighted today. Like, I can understand it being a comfort to some, but at the same time, like, big picture it a little bit more.
Yep.
See it for what it is.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, we need a vaccine.
That's the key.
Well, and especially if the second wave is going to come, I don't want to give everything away of everyone's opinions last night, and certain opinions were, will they open and then close again, or will they just wait it all out? And it's so hard. And we were talking about it last week, and it's so hard. Is it more cost effective to keep it closed, because then you have to figure all the staffing and everything, or I don't know, but I mean, we're not going to figure it out, but
my hope is that everything is good and we can all get back to the park by January for the next Jocelyn meetup.
Yes.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Sure.
Like, if we're good by then, I think I'll feel comfortable with it,
Yeah. Knock on wood.
I'm going to eat at Diamond Horseshoe because I cannot stop wanting that food right now.
Yeah, Jocelyn,
I just missed it with you guys.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Jocelyn, I will say that Frank actually already started looking into flights.
What? You guys.
But because we take one airline normally as our first go-to, that airline didn't have dates available yet for January. He's like, oh, I can't even get tickets. I would have done it. But
I was like, if the price was right, I would have bought them.
They're pretty cheap right now.
Whatever they do, though, you never know.
Yeah. Very true.
I have a
I'm so proud of you.
Sorry. I was just going to say, I have a request for Mackenzie.
Oh.
Is she still around? She's there? Okay. I haven't gotten a friendship bracelet yet, and it's because I couldn't decide on what colors I wanted. So I want you to pick out colors for me.
Like,
pink and purple. He's a little girl.
I'm fine with pink and purple. Purple's good. I'm good with it.
He loves Frozen, so.
Frozen's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could make something that matches my face mask. It's got Frozen
yes, I
characters.
did show her the face mask because it matches her face mask.
Oh, nice. We're twinsies. Face mask. Yeah.
Well, they're both Frozen, yeah.
I don't know if you all saw Stormtrooper's awesome mask that he's got. When he's not wearing that mask, he's got some special masks.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
I haven't either. No.
Yeah.
What's that?
Where are your face masks? Your other masks?
Your other mask? Could you show them?
Oh, I can just go get them. Hold on.
Yeah. Show and tell
I
time.
have quite a few of them.
I want to see the
fashion show.
The special custom mask that, of course, they're perfect for drunk stormtroopers. So I'm excited for you guys to see them. But yeah, I just couldn't decide. Like, I'm so non-committal on colors, and I feel like it's better for Kenzie to pick for me.
I like the idea.
You got it.
Yeah, awesome. That's exciting. Something to look forward to. Because, by the way, my T Public order apparently is never going to come.
I know.
Oh, right. It's about
It's
that.
brutal. Yes.
Mhm.
Year Forever, 44 Fedora Club t-shirt.
That meeting is coming up soon, is it not?
Yeah.
Are we like
It's coming 2 weeks
out?
from 2 weeks from Thursday, the first ever Forever 44 Fedora Club
Nice.
here on the YouTubes meet up and talk about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and we'll drink. That's how I know it's gonna.
Okay.
I kind of lied because mine are in my car for work, and so the only ones I have are these.
Oh,
But they both have the medical screening in them,
Oh,
so they're good to work.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the other ones
The
on
fancy.
me because
All right.
they're at work. And
We
they're
look
actually
forward
in
to
my,
photos.
locker at work.
he did post pictures of them. I won't spoil it. I want you guys to see them.
Okay.
we'll go take a look.
I'm excited.
No.
Over at
I posted them a
WDW
long time
Jedi
ago.
Master.
Yes.
You're talking about the Crown Royal ones?
Well, yes. Now,
Yeah, but I won't be able to show you.
but they're on your Twitter. That
My brother's mother-in-law made me those.
Nice.
She knows you well.
She's very handy. She's maybe like I got like one every day. I got 5 different masks.
Wow.
She did really good. She's handy. She's really handy.
Nice. You need them for work, so that's good.
Yes.
As a stormtrooper.
Yep.
Well, and plus, anytime I ever have to talk to Frank, I can wear them too.
It's true. I mean, once we go to Disney, we're going to have to self-quarantine for like 2 weeks before we're allowed out with the public, being New Yorkers.
That's
So,
right.
you know.
Maybe they'll put you up in one of those Polynesian buffaloes. You can just.
I mean, if they have to, that's.
They must.
They
And
must.
just remember your friends when that happens.
Go in that.
We're quarantined. I mean,
You got to stay away, Jocelyn. Don't. I have as we're kind of
We'll
coming
figure it
up.
out. We'll figure it out.
As we're kind of coming up on time here, I've got a question that we can go around the table with and see. I say table because it's going to be a food question. We can round it out. This was something we talked about this week on the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. And the question is, if you could have one like drive-through takeout meal in Walt Disney World, where's it coming from? Sam, I think. Are you going to have a different answer than what you said on the pot? Well, I want to start with Adam if he's still awake. Adam, are you awake? Hello. He might have gone. Oh, there he is. Adam. What? Okay, you got a takeout meal from any restaurant in Walt Disney World. What are you getting?
Matt's got it. It's Ohana.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
All right. Ohana. See, the only thing about that is you're not getting the all-you-can-eat aspect of Ohana, which is for all you care.
In my reality, it is all you can
It's like a cooler in the like, just fill this up, please.
Yeah.
All right. What about Jocelyn?
California girl.
Oh yeah. Any particular entree?
Oh, what did we get? We got the filet last time, yeah, and it was good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good.
Does Kinsey agree with that statement?
Yeah.
Is that your vote or you have your own? Oh, Brian says California girl, but he's getting a scallop.
Scallops. Oh yeah. Love those scallops.
I went for a meal. I would do this thing, and for a snack, I would do churros.
There you go. Throw in a churro. You got to throw in a churro.
Miss it so much.
Yeah.
Us too.
Yeah.
All right, drunk stormtrooper. What do you think?
I'm thinking, first of all, I'd eat up all the hugs I could get from Frank. After that,
Given.
I'd probably go to
Yeah.
Yachty's Steakhouse for
Yep.
New York Strip.
Good one.
I love that place. I love the atmosphere. I like it. I've had good meals there.
Yeah. Do you know Oscar, their waiter?
What?
There's
I
a
don't know what
no?
you just said. I heard Oscar.
Waiter, Oscar.
Oscar, the waiter. Oscar.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
We'll talk.
Sometime friend of the dealer.
Maybe, but usually when I go in there, he probably serves me too many Manhattans. And I don't remember his
That's-
name by the time I leave.
That's accurate. Yeah, that's probably what happens. All right. So, are we saying? I'm sorry. Is this any meal or a takeout meal?
No, it's any meal. They're gonna package it up for you. And
Oh, so but I can just do this. I'm not sitting.
You do that and you take it away. Like you're driving up to the
Like
front.
okay.
Quarantine rules.
They're throwing it in your window and you drive away.
I'm gonna go still beaches for a cheeseburger, fries, milkshake. You can keep your paper straw. I'm taking it home and I'll drink it with my real straw.
Amen.
And Frank, me and Heather bring in our own straws.
That's what we are doing.
Now on, that is what I'm doing.
Yeah. I can't even drink a milkshake properly.
Pretty bad. We're gonna have to figure out the straw thing.
I think it's a great idea. And more goldfish.
Yeah, and more goldfish.
You gotta add on. It's gotta be better than the first time.
I have no doubt.
Love it.
I think Jen stole my answer. And this comes from, I mean, when I worked there, I used to leave the studios, drive over to Epcot. I think I told the story. I parked in the Epcot parking lot when it was behind Mission Space and well, it wasn't Mission Space back then. It was just Horizons closed. And I would go and take out from Nine Dragons because it was the closest thing to New York Chinese food.
See, I love Nine Dragons. So many people don't like it. They're like, I can get better Chinese at my local Chinese place for $4.95. I'm like, but you're at Disney World.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think the place is great. I get
in Orlando.
Green peppers.
Yeah, if you're local in Orlando, you can't get better Chinese around
no
here.
Kidding.
Yeah.
So I mean, having been through many window in my life of eating in the car, I would eat the beaches and cream meal that Jen mentioned there in the car on the way home or wherever I was headed. So that seems like the right choice for me.
Okay.
Right. Fair.
Samantha.
I really want bread service from Sanaa.
How are you not going Marimoto?
Yeah, you gotta go to Marimoto.
Well, I love him, and personally, I love him, but I really want Sanaa because I need like the spices and stuff from the food. So I want the bread service, and I want their chicken and rice. It's like Bahrani chicken.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very good. So I think I would do Sanaa.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Bread service.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Sure is. We've lost DST.
He's not interested anymore.
No, my nose. I have to go against my nose.
I'm surprised you're not like.
I'm going to share some of the answers we've gotten in the chat because I'm going to echo some of this. But Matt said Ohana, and he said he would just park in the drive-thru and just keep eating it.
Yeah.
Val said Le Cellier. Lewis said Via Napoli, spicy pizza.
Well, that's a good pizza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
That's a good one. The chat keeps jumping around. Nate said Morimoto.
Nice.
So at least the Iron Chef gets one shout out tonight.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on how much I love that man. Just want some bread service.
Okay, and so then Lewis said he would throw in caramel corn from Germany for dessert. Yup. From the burger store.
I could really go for a kringle from Norway right now. I could. Almond one. So I got it one day whenever I went to Disney, and then I took it home with me, and I woke up the next morning for work, and I ate that thing on the way to work. It was awesome.
My dad said he wants a meal from the place where you can see the fish. So I have two comments about that.
Epcot.
First of all, You won't be able to see the fish because it's a takeout meal. First of all, that's like one of the weakest table services. Don't go to Coral Reef. Come on, there's so much good. But then he also said German, so that's a good answer. That
All right.
I'll give him Beer Garden. Beer Garden's good.
Heck yeah.
And Nate said, Jeff in the YouTube says Garden Grill for breakfast.
Cinnamon rolls.
But Nate said we love all of the Animal Kingdom Lodge restaurants, which, by the way, I do think Animal Kingdom Lodge top to bottom has the best restaurant lineup. Like, it'd be tough to stack up against that.
I think we would probably put Animal Kingdom Lodge overall above Animal Kingdom.
Wrong. Okay.
Hey!
So my answer, now that I've vamped all this time, my answer is Le Cellier. I would definitely do a takeout from Le Cellier, and I would not share it this time.
Drunk Stormtrooper, we have got to take Frank and Jen through Animal Kingdom, like Justin, you, me, and show them how amazing it is, because they just don't get it right now.
Listen, it'll be amazing. We will have so much fun. It'll be like one of the best days ever.
You're being sarcastic. But
No. That's all legit. That part legit. I will leave going, that was one of the best days ever. I loved every second of it. It's still Animal Kingdom, though.
I believe Jen a little bit, but Frank hasn't even opened his mouth. He's like, I'm not going there.
We go. Like, we go there if we have time. If we have time, we go. We don't go.
You're missing out.
And I totally want to go to Nomad Lounge, having never been to Nomad Lounge. I totally want to be on Flight of Passage. I gotta go on Flight of Passage.
That's where I met Justin for the first time. And I think and Sam. I think I met them both there for the first time. I mean, how convenient, because I'm always there.
Yeah, very near Flight of Passage. It's an easy place to catch Drunk Stormtrooper.
That's where I hang out while I wait for my fast pass.
But Nate did say we got to take you guys to Nomad Lounge. Honestly, I think that place, if you go with us, it's going to have such an impact on you. Just even Nomad Lounge, you're going to be like, all right.
Yeah.
I have a request, perhaps, that during the next Jocelyn meetup, I think one of the outings maybe needs to be a Nomad outing.
Yeah, and it's air conditioned too.
Well,
I like that. Yeah, that's fun. I was thinking that we were going to do like a 3-day type thing this time, so that works. Maybe like Friday night we do something like that.
But there's only 3 part. No, I'm just kidding.
Why?
Just kidding.
Jen's got jokes.
Go enjoy your Walcott then.
I will, and I'll go, oh.
Nate said, "Cutter Mike." If I had the power,
Nate, my goodness.
Well, that was where I was going, was that the meetup maybe needs to have an Animal Kingdom component. But at this point, if none of us are getting to Disney until January, we're going to be there for a month anyway.
Oh, God, yeah.
Every days, we just got to go for all the days.
Yes.
Do it. It'll be great.
Might have to be a week-long trip this time instead of 36. How many hours were there? 36?
Not enough.
Right. Not enough is the answer. That's right.
Yeah.
I got a question for Justin and Sam.
What's up?
If the parks do open, will you go right away?
No.
I'm the
I mean, it would be very, very tempting. I wouldn't want to go until I would take the Jen approach to this. I want to see them work out all the kinks.
Yeah.
And figure it all out before I'm ready to go be part of it, I think.
If I don't go inside, I will be laying out in the parking lot crying about how I want to go inside.
You bring up a good point, though, about working out kinks. The clock restarts for the Skyliner now. Yes. We're restarting it. It hasn't been doing anything. No way. It hasn't been a year. Virus. There's a whole pandemic. No, we have to start over now.
Skyliner's immune to COVID-19, okay?
It is awesome. I love the Skyliner.
It's so good.
Are people coming in? Are people coming off? You just like Lysol and all, and be like, okay, go ahead, you're good.
Hey, I think the Skyliner is going to be way safer to travel in than the monorail or buses. Like,
Less people.
Yeah, less people. You're put in probably a party at a time.
I'm gonna rent my car. Nate, I forgive you. It's all good. He said there was a smiley face on the cut the mic comment. Sorry, Jen.
Oh, we
yeah.
There's no need to bail out.
Nate, never. Yeah.
We will make fun of ourselves first, everyone else after.
Right.
It felt like a magical hour, guys.
This was like a magical hour 10. Look at us.
Wow.
So magical.
Drunk Stormtrooper, thanks for the drop in, man.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for having me, buddy.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yes.
And Lord Vader, of course. I mean, I got to suck up to Lord Vader here.
Yes.
Nothing against you girls, but to hear Frank's voice, it just tickled me inside.
There is something about my dulcet nasal tones that just sets Stormtrooper helmets a tapping.
Well, Drunk Stormtrooper, go scratch your nose, maybe get some fresh air or something.
Okay.
Oh, we'll talk to you soon.
It was great seeing you guys. I love you all, and I hope to see you soon at the parks.
See you soon.
Good to see you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And Jocelyn, thank you for calling in tonight. We were so glad.
I added him back.
Mackenzie and Brian as well, even though he's not really able, he's not speaking up, so we can't really hear him. We know he's there.
Yeah, we took his AirPods, so we ruled tonight. Maybe next time.
Yeah, but we love you guys too, and so good to talk to you. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Bye, Jocelyn.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Brian.
Did you wake up Adam?
Adam's gone.
He's gone after.
He actually dropped off after he gave his answer for the food. He's like,
he's like, wait, I'm still on. Hold on.
Yeah, he was napping. Yeah, but this has been fun, guys. Thanks.
You guys want to just stay on for anyone that wants to watch the rest of the Bride Wars, or how do you want to work this?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we need to keep the Anne Hathaway through line alive.
Yes, exactly.
And by the way, I'm gonna have to talk with Garrett.
He was so proud of that. He was so proud of that, by the way.
He definitely was very happy about his joke and was like, I got him.
Got him.
I was working on the laptop and I just had like one earphone in, and the 4-year-old was watching sight words or something like that on YouTube. And so Garrett said that, and I laughed out loud, and she turned back at me like, what's so funny about that sight word? I don't know.
Bye, Nate. Nate's leaving.
Yeah, bye, Nate. Bye, everybody. And in case you're seeing this later and you don't know who we are, we're at Morning Monorail on Twitter. We're the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. Come listen to us.
Yes.
And have a good time. But not tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. What is a day anyway?
Tuesday.
Who knows?
But a couple days from now, they should listen to Theme Park Thursday. So tell them how they're going to find that show.
So yeah, Theme Park Thursday. We're doing a 2-parter this Thursday and next Thursday.
Perhaps a 10-parter. We don't know.
I mean, it was a 3-hour-long recording, so we'll probably we'll have some creative editing with it. I was like a 5-part miniseries. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they were all awesome, and they do their YouTube live on Wednesday nights at This and That Crew. So first part on Thursday, and we'll do part 2 next Thursday. And Jen's a little sweaty because we've been talking to a guest, and I said this once before. It's not the guest we talked about. It's a different guest entirely that we may have lined up for mid-May. Jen, like it is a Jen special.
No, it's like whatever. Like it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm totally cool about it.
It's a little dangly.
Yeah.
Carrot for Jen.
I have a guess. It's somebody who stars in Hallmark Christmas movies.
Stop it.
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing. That would be Frank's dream. So
I'm open for that. Alicia would cameo on Father's Day.
Yeah, that's right. It's your dream. Speaking of dreams.
Oh, so we're at Delos' Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok is the followers. They outweigh all the other followers we have everywhere. It's strange. And Facebook, which is where this started. So make sure you plug that Facebook group.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have Face group. Facebook.
Hour has ended, everyone.
I'm drinking water from my
WrestleMania cup.
It's a Facebook group. It's called the Monday Morning Monorail Family. And by the way, I renamed it that because I was thinking, what am I going to call this community? And I was like, when people join this club, when they're part of this team, we're all family. So it's the Monday Morning Monorail Family. So come be part of that. It'll be awesome.
I like it. Awesome.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll see you guys there. But until then, fill your ears with Monday Morning Monorail podcast and Theme Park Thursday, and come back here Tuesday for another magic hour.
He can't talk.
I can't. I'm done. It's over.
Monorail's magical hour, everyone.
Yeah.
Most magical hour. It's the most magical hour.
Magical.
Most magical.
Bye.
Deuces.